a pretty terrible angle, but this is what I have to work with. Hello guys, welcome back to another vlog. I think, yeah, this is the first vlog since we've announced that we're pregnant. So I think today I am 14 weeks plus like 3 days or something. The footage from earlier was way earlier. It's like 3 o'clock now. I have just been snacking all day. I'm literally trying to stay full all day long because the second I start getting hungry, it's like I start getting nauseous and it just, I feel terrible. So I've been like editing and like looking at stuff on my computer. I've been researching stuff for planning the baby shower and yeah, so just doing computer stuff and like snacking every couple of hours. But I got some stuff done this morning. I've actually had like a pretty decent morning. I have been still getting pretty nauseous, not all day every day like it was starting like week 6 until like up to week 12 is when it started getting a little bit better. It's nothing as like as bad as it was because my nausea during that time was like debilitating. It was literal torture. So it's better and it's not all day and it just comes in waves. But I think there's a clip in this video of me making breakfast this morning or making something, and I literally almost threw up everywhere like after coughing because it's just right there. But that's kind of gone away. I totally lost my train of thought. I don't know. Anyway, I was able to get some stuff done this morning. I'm feeling okay today. David's back home and we need to go over to Costco to pick up some things. So I'm finally going to wash my face and do like fix my hair a little bit, and then we're gonna head over there. But I wanted to go ahead and say hello and get this vlog started. In this vlog, I'm definitely going to give you guys all the details about the pregnancy, how long we were trying. I want to talk to you guys about the Natural Cycles app that I use, the prenatals that I'm using, and then I have some other questions, just like basic, you know, first trimester, like pregnancy stuff. Because I have gotten several questions and people are curious, and I know before when I was wanting to get pregnant and when I was first pregnant, I was watching like every pregnancy vlog that I could find because I just wanted all the information. So if you're in the same boat, then you'll probably like to hear all of that. I need to wash my face, brush my teeth. Still haven't brushed my teeth yet today, but I've been like eating all day long, so there hasn't been like a good time to do that. Put on some deodorant, and then I have self-tan on from last night that I still haven't rinsed off, but I'm just gonna do that later when I shower. So yeah, welcome to the vlog. Okay, I just washed my face and put a little moisturizer on, and we're just gonna touch up this hair really fast. I already like have a bunch of gel in it from yesterday, so we're just gonna touch it up a bit. I never edited the vlog where I like got my hair done and stuff, but this time I had her not like thin out my hair. Normally I'll get it cut and I'll get layers and stuff, and then I'll have her take a lot of the like thickness out of my hair because it's so heavy. But this time I didn't do that because I wanted to, when my hair is done and curled with all the layers, I wanted it to be like big and full. But if I don't style it or blow dry it after I've washed it, I think I have like naturally really wavy hair. And I'll wake up with like big poofy, tons of volume at my scalp, big poofy hair that I need to like straighten or curl or like actually style for it to look okay. And so the last few times I've washed my hair, I have not done that. I've fallen asleep with like half wet hair, and then I wake up with like the poofiest, just craziness. So my hair was actually clean and I just end up slicking it back anyway because that's like the easiest. It's kind of just like a lack of energy thing. Like after I've taken a shower, and especially if I've like shaved and exfoliated and washed my hair, like I am not going to then take the time to blow dry it. Oh, also, I would love if you guys could start leaving comments of like your baby must-haves, like stroller recommendations, car seat recommendations, breast pump, like baby carrier, literally anything and everything you can think of that I might need for the baby and like postpartum and stuff like that. Any recommendation would be great. So just leave comments of like stuff that you love, stuff that you feel like you can't live without. I've watched a lot of baby registry videos already, and it's so overwhelming, and I just feel like the amount of stuff that they list, like I just don't think I need all of that. I don't want to have a ton of extra stuff that we don't end up using. I'd like to just have what we need and maybe a little bit of like a backup supply of stuff, but I just want to know like what do I actually need, like what are the basics, especially car seat, stroller recommendations. I would love to know what you guys recommend. Now that I've been pregnant, anytime I'm out, we went to Disneyland, I was pregnant, I was looking at everyone's stroller, I look at everyone's car seat, I'm like, what's the most popular brand? I'm seeing a lot of Nuna and a lot of Uppa Baby. Yeah, so y'all let me know. We're obviously in the car. Oh, you guys haven't seen David either since, this is the first vlog since I've announced that we're pregnant. Okay, I was answering this question before and then we pulled up to deposit cash, so I got distracted. But I got a question on Instagram of someone saying like, when you say trying, like what do you mean? Like, are you like doing something different basically? And the only thing you're doing different is, you know, what makes the baby. You gotta stick with it till the end. We have been married for 8 years now, and I have not been on birth control that whole time, only when I was doing my egg donations. And during egg donations, like you can't be intimate anyway, because if you were to get pregnant, it's like, I don't know, it's a whole thing. So for the past 8 years, I haven't been on birth control, and what I have been doing is I use my Natural Cycles app, and you can like take your temperature, you know, log like your periods and all kinds of stuff. So it has all the data of like when you are gonna be fertile and when you should avoid having sex, and then the times when you're ovulating. So I've kind of loosely followed that for a long time. And we have had conversations in the past where we were like, okay, you know, let's start paying attention to when I'm ovulating and let's try. And I think we have tried in the past, maybe like tried, I think like 2 times really. Because it was like that Arizona trip where we were like kind of trying then, that was a couple years ago. But I wasn't really tracking as much, so I felt like, I don't know, I felt like maybe I was like, oh, I think I'm ovulating this week, and then like I wasn't sure on the exact date though. So this time what I did was I was taking my temperature every single morning and then tracking that. And then I also ordered like ovulation strips, and I only got 1 chance to use those because that month, we talked about this in the middle of January. We were like on a walk one day and I was like, I feel like I'm actually ready. Like, let's, you know, I think we should start trying. It's probably gonna take a few months. I was just thinking like our age, and like when you get a little bit older, like you have it in your head that it's harder to get pregnant. So I was like, well, we could start trying this month because it's probably gonna take a while. And I think I was ovulating like 2 weeks later, and boom, first time got pregnant. So that was totally unexpected. And so if you go back and like watch David's reaction when I told him that I was pregnant, he was like, what? Like how? We were both like, how did this happen so fast? Because it was just so unexpected. But I just think like the universe has a specific timing, because again, we've been together for 8 years. I haven't been using like any form of birth control. And when I finally said like, hey, I'm ready, like it just happened so quickly. So that's to answer that first question. We just we're about to park at Costco. So I'll pick, why would somebody do that? We'll just go right there. It's like 2 spots down. I had a couple other questions, and there's a bunch of stuff that I wanted to cover and just like give you guys, I've gotten questions from like, David's sister was asking me a couple questions, like tell me all things pregnancy. And I've gotten some questions from friends and other family, and I just told them like, I'm actually just gonna put it all in one video instead of like having to type it out or tell each person individually. So when we get back from Costco, I'll continue with answering questions and like giving you guys all the info. Okay, while I'm waiting for David to get back, I'm trying to remember like other stuff that I wanted to talk about for the first trimester. So I found out, and then we very shortly after went to Tahoe, and I was a little bit nervous at first about skiing while pregnant, because if I happen to have a bad fall or an accident or something like that could obviously be like detrimental. But I actually skied better than I ever have, and I was like doing blues. I did not fall one single time. I almost fell a couple times, but like I would catch myself. Anyway, so like I didn't fall one time skiing, and actually skied like better than I've ever skied before, and I feel like that was, you know, the universe looking out for me. And then obviously that was like the first time I've gone on a vacation and like didn't drink, and the first time I ever skied sober. Maybe that's why I was doing so much better. But I actually didn't have like a hard time not drinking. It was only like one time that I was like kind of bummed, like damn, I couldn't have gotten pregnant like right after this trip. But it was actually great, and it was nice like getting good sleep every night and then waking up like early the next day like not hungover and like feeling so like ready to go. And then basically right after we got back from Tahoe is when the morning sickness that lasted all day started hitting me. And I had like all these Pilates classes booked and stuff, and I really had to like chill on taking those because I was just so sick. Like I can't even describe the intensity of how nauseous I was and how freaking tired you are. Like it is like in your bones, the exhaustion. And that basically lasted until like the beginning of like week 12. So when we went to the 8-week appointment, my OB accidentally, nope, purposefully, he accidentally. I was gonna say he accidentally prescribed me Zofran.
That was the biggest mistake.
It was the biggest mistake. No, he prescribed me Zofran. It's like a 4 milligram. It's like a child's dosage. It was a really small amount. But my sister Jordan was visiting. Like it was gonna be like a couple weeks away that she was gonna be there, and I was like, what am I going to do? Like I was having such a hard time getting out of bed. Like David was doing the cooking, the cleaning, taking care of the dogs, like doing everything because I physically could not do it. So I was like, what the heck am I gonna do when Jordan gets here? Like how am I gonna entertain her? We had tickets to go to Disneyland, so I took Zofran the morning of going to Disneyland and actually had a great day. And I did find that if I made sure I was eating all day and like never got hungry and kind of stayed active, like went on a walk or something, it definitely did help. But yeah, the Zofran like really came through that day, and that was like the best day I had had since, or probably for like a month at that point, and because I had been so miserable, and that was just like such a fun day. Maybe like also the magic of Disney really hit me.
Got you.
So that was a great day. There were so many days where I was just like crying on the couch, like thinking, oh my god, what did I get myself into? Feeling exactly like that. And just like, yeah, just miserable. Okay, we're back home and I am just making some salmon for dinner. I've been air frying it. I know I've like done that recipe for you guys so many times. And making like rice bowls. I like chop it up and marinate it and air fry it, and then do like rice and broccoli or you know, some kind of sauce on top. But sometimes when I air fry it, it dries out the salmon a little bit. So, and even if I cook it less, it's like the top half is like moist and done, but then the middle is like kind of raw. So I'm gonna try it baking it this time. And I'm just doing a bunch of salt and pepper. And then in here I have avocado oil. I'm gonna do some lemon juice and some minced garlic. And then we have like a, is it Mrs. or Mr. Bragg's?
I think it's just Bragg's.
Oh, it's just Bragg. It's not even Bragg's. I'm gonna add the Bragg organic 24 herbs and spices seasoning. And then cover the salmon with that and bake it at 400 for about 13 minutes. And hopefully that works out. And then I'm going to do some sweet potato, like fries or slices or something, and air fry those. And then we'll just steam up some broccoli. Pretty nice, healthy dinner. Hopefully it comes out good. Good morning, guys. We are back in the kitchen. I'm just making a little bagel sandwich right now. So I did a Dave's Killer Bread everything bagel that just got done. And then I have 2 eggs with vegan cheese and vegan deli meat that I'm gonna put on there. And then I have like original bitchin' sauce, which is so yummy, and then some strawberries and blackberries on the side. It is like 9 o'clock right now. I'm gonna eat this, probably make some caffeine, like a Celsius or something, and then make the bed, do my morning stuff, and then I have a Pilates class at 11. So just trying to do all this before that. I typically wake up like starving, so I gotta eat like immediately or I start getting so sick. I'm already in the danger zone right now of like feeling a little bit nauseous, so I'm trying to do this quickly. But I needed like a really filling breakfast because I get hungry so quickly. So this should do the trick. All right, y'all, I'm back from Pilates and it was a pretty good class. It was just, we did a lot of like lower ab stuff, and normally I love that, but like, I don't know, I think like since having the baby down there, it just doesn't feel like as good. So I had to like modify a little bit, but it was still a good workout. I just made a little snack plate. I've been a huge fan of snack plates because they're quick and easy and I can like get a bunch of vegetables in. So I have cucumber, carrots, pita chips, and hummus. So I'm gonna snack on this, probably watch a YouTube video or something, and then I need to edit the little mini vlog I filmed this morning. And maybe the one from yesterday. The one I did yesterday, I never finished it, so I don't know how well it'll come out, but I'll look over like the footage and stuff. And then when I'm done with this and I feel all refreshed and full, I'm gonna go over the things that I got to help with the first trimester symptoms. Good morning, guys. Sorry I never finished the video yesterday. I don't know why it's been so hard for me to continue this. I had some hives last night, so itchy. But let me show you guys the stuff that I ordered for morning sickness. They had, these are both from Amazon. So there's these nausea sweets. It says nausea, digestive support with peppermint and vitamin B6. Peppermint is really nice. I also like chewed on a lot of peppermint gum and I felt like it settled my stomach a little bit. But I think B6 is also supposed to help with morning sickness. These honestly didn't help me that much, but I will say having something to like a candy to like suck on to kind of like focus on or take your focus away from how freaking nauseous you are, that's when these were helpful. Like laying in bed at night, I would just pop one in my mouth and like try and focus on that instead of focusing on how miserable I was. And it's kind of the same with the gingins. I do think the ginger stuff worked better than these. There were times where I was extremely nauseous and I would have one of these and it would definitely ease like the intensity that I was feeling like in my stomach and like just in this area. So I love gingins. I've used these for years, not just for my first trimester. I love these for car sickness, on the airplane, like any kind of time where I feel like my stomach is unsettled. I love these. And then the nausea bands I told you guys about, Also, make sure that you're taking a magnesium supplement. That really helped me with like my sleep, and it is supposed to help with morning sickness. I'm not sure that it did, but I just think for me, like sometimes these things and the nausea bands and the magnesium stuff is really, or like peppermint tea or whatever, is really helpful for some women. For me, like maybe it took like a 5% edge off, but my nausea was so intense, you guys, so intense. And if I got too hungry, I was so sick, too sick to where I feel like I couldn't eat. I had to like find the perfect window, lots of crackers, lots of bland food. I was eating so much bad food, like stuff that I don't normally eat. You guys know how I eat if you've been watching my channel for a while, and like I was just eating anything and everything that sounded good at that time. I had to go get it or I would starve. I'm sure my moms out there understand, but yeah, I just wanted to show you all that really quickly. I need to leave for a Pilates class right now, but just a few minutes ago, I know I seem fine, and I am, but I made a green smoothie, packed it with like a lot of yummy, healthy stuff. And then I went to go brush my teeth. And if I like go too far back and like try to get these back teeth, my gag reflex is just 100 times worse than it used to be. And I just was like brushing my teeth, quickly rinsed it out. And then I was like, oh my God, like this is coming up. And I threw up my entire smoothie, sorry. It's pretty gross. Just so y'all know, I'm about to say something even more gross. It came up cold, still cold. Like my body didn't absorb any of the nutrients and just fully came out. So that's good. I'm bringing protein bar with me. We got these at Costco. They're the True bars, and these are so freaking good. The cookie dough bars, when we find something like this that I can eat and that I like, we got like 4 boxes. I need to go to Polarities. And I'll pick up my camera later. Okay, I've been back from Pilates for a while, just kind of relaxing, catching up on some shows I was watching. Last night for dinner, I made Beyond Meat burgers, and they were so freaking good. And we have 2 patties left. So I think I'm just gonna go ahead and make another burger for lunch because that sounds amazing. And we have like these brioche buns, and I put like cheese, and I sauteed onions and stuff for them last night. I might just go ahead and do that again. But I just remembered another first trimester question I got, and it was about my boobs, which are clearly popping way more than they normally would be. My boobs have literally doubled in size, and they're not so painful now, but through the first trimester, oh my God, like they just felt like swollen and so painful. And yeah, I like some nights I could like barely like roll over on my side. Just like the pressure of like on my boobs or laying on my boobs was just awful. Sorry, they're like very excessive right now, especially with this top. But yeah, your boobs literally double in size. I have to just wear like large sports bras now, or I had to like, I'm usually an A cup, so I had to get a B cup bra. And I'm sure they're just gonna keep getting bigger and bigger, but that was like another specific question that I got. So I wanted to answer that before I forgot. But let me go ahead and make these burgers, because I need to be like nice and full. And this is like a bunch of protein and like fat and carbs, and I need all of it. Okay, I'm gonna use some of the original bitchin' sauce. The chipotle flavor is super popular, but this one is so freaking good. So I'm gonna put that as my sauce. I put the bun in the toaster for a little bit, just to warm it up. Some organic baby red butter lettuce. Oh, it looks so good. There we go, there's lunch. I'm gonna let this cool down and then eat it here in a bit. I haven't had any caffeine yet today, and I'm debating making a Celsius right now or taking a nap. It could go either way. But I am gonna go ahead and close this vlog out here. I am sure that it's very short and there's not a ton of footage, but I wanted to answer some questions that I got asked and just kind of go over first trimester stuff. Again, if there's anything I missed or anything you're curious about the first trimester or just the pregnancy in general, future plans, whatever, feel free to comment below. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I know I've been saying it in several of my past vlogs, but I am trying to get back on a good schedule. Once I get like one vlog done and edited and posted, it's easier to like keep it going. So I'm gonna try to keep the momentum going. I am feeling so much better, like a lot more energy. I feel like I'm in that second trimester phase of like energy is up and feeling like I can do more. So I'm gonna try to keep up with these as much as I can. But thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure to like and hit the subscribe button so you don't miss any future videos. And I'll see you guys in the next one.